Hello, I'm Gary Shotton, and I'm here as a part of Inspiring Better Business. I was 14 years old, pretty husky kid, actually kind of plump, wasn't too tall. I was able, as long with my brothers, to drive tractor and drive vehicles ahead of our time because we lived on a farm. And we just learned how to work. It was just expected. We had played baseball and we had fun. We weren't not slaves to Dad. They were very generous with our time, but we worked. And one day on a Tuesday, Dad tells me to go get some jeans on. We're going to town. Well, that was a surprise to me because never had I ever gone to town with Dad on a Tuesday when he went to the cattle sale. I just never was asked. No big deal. I went and got some better jeans on. Didn't dress up, but I had my boots and, Western kind of look. And we're driving. It's about 40 minutes to get to this town of La Junta, Colorado. And about 10 miles out from their destination, Dad starts talking. Now, Dad's a quiet person. He's not my personality where I talk a lot. He would just be quiet for like 30 minutes. And that means me time to think. And I was thinking about girls and sports. That's the two things. I just kind of discovered girls, and I'd always been interested in sports. And 10 miles out, Dad says, "Hey, Gary, go in there and borrow enough money to buy 300 head of cattle to purchase, to start the new organization of Shotton Brothers Partnership." That would be my older brother, myself, and my next younger brother. We're pretty close in age. News to me. Never even thought of that. I wasn't even on my mind. Nobody even prepped me. And I probably dismissed it because it was just about all he said was go in there and borrow the money. Well, that's one of those times I have that picture in my mind as Dad pulled curbside in front of the bank, and I got out, slammed the door, like you would on an old pickup, and stepped away from the pickup truck, and he drives away. There's the picture in my mind. His taillights of the pickup as he drove away. Whoa, this is a little more different than I was expecting. And he had told me the name of the man, doesn't matter, and I went in and asked for that man, and he started asking me critical questions. Basically, what would be the cost of the animals going into the feedlot? We fed them in commercial feedlots. And then what would be that would be price per pound of that animal going in. And I pretty well knew that one. Then he asked me, well, you're going to gain this animal about 300 pounds over about 100 days. What's that going to cost per pound to gain that 300 pounds? And I looked at him, I says, I really don't know the answer to that one. I'll probably have to ask Dad. And then what are you going to sell them for? And well, I had a pretty good answer for that. And we got that loan, not because of me. Dad knew that banker, but I know he did not call ahead because Dad would not have spent any money on a long distance phone call when he knew that this guy would pick up. They were kind of friends. And he knew this guy, without any warning, would pick up that I'm being trained, and it looks back now, as an entrepreneur. More specifically, I'm being trained, and this is the lesson for the day, job costing. How do you cost jobs? On these parts behind me, we job cost. That's a part of it. If we bid on a job, we got to know if we made any money. If you're going to build a house and you got contracts for 10 houses, you got to know that every single house is making a profit, because at the end of the 9th house, you might be out of money. You got to job cost constantly in your own personal spending. Thank you for Dave Ramsey, that he's a household budget guy, where you're job costing the cost of running your household budget. And somehow from that very start, I can't say I'm great at it, but I've always thought, what does this cost? And how much can I sell it for? And is there a potential for profit? That's the lesson. If you're going to be a business owner, it's as simple as that. Don't have to have 8 years of college to figure out I got this amount of money that I can spend and get to this point, and I'm going to sell this, services included. I have this amount of labor in a service by the hour. I had a moving and storage company. It was mostly service. And so I had this amount of a rate that I could charge the customer, and here's the cost that my manpower was, and here's all my other expenses, and I was job costing job after job after job. Here we do hundreds of jobs every month, and we have to job cost those jobs to see the sum of the small incremental job is the sum of the end of the month or the end of the year. I am blessed to have that opportunity that is a part of being an entrepreneur. Thanks for being a part of Inspiring Better Business.